Hello and welcome to level 6 of this Let's Play of Theme Hospital. Let's read the description. Use all your knowledge to set up a smooth, well-run hospital which makes a healthy profit and can deal with anything the sickly public can throw at it. You'll need to be aware that the atmosphere around here is particularly good at carrying germs and infections. Unless you keep your institution scrupulously clean, you could be facing a series of epidemics amongst the patients. Make sure you earn yourself $150,000 and that your hospital is worth over $140,000. Essentially what this level introduces is infections, epidemics. What this means is, for those of you that are not aware of what an epidemic is in Theme Hospital, in theory it only appears when your hospital is not as clean as it should be. In practice, I think that no matter what you do, even if you have 300 handymen in your hospital, I don't think it's possible to avoid epidemics altogether. So when they appear, they affect a certain kind of patients that suffer from a certain kind of illness. So when someone is, for example, let's suppose that it hits patients that have the squits. And let's assume that you have 5 patients in your hospital that have the squits. At the beginning, perhaps 1 or 2 of them will have the epidemic. And you will see a little frog icon above the head of the patient. When they pass next to another patient that is suffering from the squits, and the squits only, then they will contagiate that patient. And both of them will have the epidemic. And then, when you have an epidemic, you have a time limit in which to cure all these patients. You need to cure them not from the epidemic, but from the illness itself, the squits in this case. If you do not, then an inspector comes, an inspector will come at the end of the time limit, or if a patient tries to leave your hospital, you will still get the inspector to come, even if the time limit is not over. The inspector will come and he will check whether you have, whether the rumors are true that you have an epidemic. If he finds patients in your hospital suffering from the squits with the epidemic, you get a fine. So this is something that is really dangerous because it can really cost you a lot, especially if they find a lot of the more patients they find suffering from the epidemic, the more you're going to have to pay. The more the larger the fine. It goes by patient, and it also depends on on the difficulty level. If I remember correctly, in this level, in the hard level, you pay, I think, $3,000 per patient, which is a lot. It's really a lot. So we'll see some tricks in order to try to avoid, not to avoid epidemics, but how to deal with them more effectively. Obviously, it's not always possible to avoid paying fines. Sometimes it will happen, no matter what you do. But well,
patient message, credit cards required.
There are some things that you can do. Also, if you manage to deal with the epidemic and the inspector doesn't find anything when he comes, then they actually pay you. They give you some sort of compensation, which is good. So you can actually take advantage of the epidemic. Of course, it doesn't mean that you should hope that you get an epidemic in your hospital. I'm just saying that it's not all bad. It can actually be something good sometimes. So let's build the usual stuff. In this level, we don't have this limitation of the 3 consultants which we saw in the last level, or at least I think it was the last level. I don't remember, to be honest. I think it was, yes. I know that in the last level there were the earthquakes, but I'm not 100% sure if it was the one with the consultants as well. So this thing here. After some point, you will be doing these things almost mechanically. I'm not sure if mechanically is the right word. Pharmacy.
Doctor required in general diagnosis.
Okay, this one not perfect, but she will do for now. And a handyman, this one is very good. Perhaps another one, yes. This one too. This one, I don't think he's gonna be. Let me check. Oh no, he's fast. Basically, there are 3 levels of speed when talking about the normal difficulty, the normal speed setting. You will see that these handymen, since they are very skilled, they move very fast. Let me show you what happens if you hire a handyman that is... Well, actually I'm going to hire another good one, and... Let's see if there's a doctor. Yeah, okay. This here is a junior. Compare his speed to the one of the consultant here. He's moving like a snail, so you should never have one of those working in your hospital, only getting trained, because they move very slowly and generally they're bad. So still haven't built my
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
my staff room. That's bad. I should build it right away after I finish the psychiatric room. Because otherwise the staff cannot rest. They cannot rest. And a new addition to the staff room, the video game. Sometimes I've tried to build staff rooms with sofas only, because the truth is that when you have a pool table or video games, they go sometimes to play, and when they do that they don't rest. So I'm not sure if it's worth it. I suppose that if you have a pool table and video games, then they are happier and they will ask for increase in their salary less often, but I have never really verified if that is true. I suppose it must be true. These plot areas, I wish I could buy. Well, actually I'm gonna buy this one, 7,000.
Nurse required
It's
in
not horrible.
pharmacy.
Heat piles. Where is it? Here. Because I bought it because I don't want my research department to be in the middle. It's better if you have it somewhere far from the rest.
Attending psychiatry, please.
Broken wind. Cause using a gymnasium treadmill after a meal. Symptoms: upsetting the people directly behind the patient. Yeah. Cure a heavy mixture of special watery atoms or whatever is drunk rapidly in the pharmacy. Actually, this thing, using a gymnasium treadmill after a meal, is bad. Even in real life, you shouldn't be doing that. Not because you will get the broken wind, but you know. So let me see. Okay, that's perfect. Researcher, consultant researcher.
Required in general
As usual, I'm gonna focus on drug research first. Remember, it's very important to avoid deaths at the beginning, especially the first year. Yeah, okay, here. This is not exactly the perfect place. Yeah, okay, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's right in front of the door.
Required an inflator room.
Not bad. I thought I wouldn't have space there. An emergency, what kind of bloaty head? Yeah, okay. 6 people. I should place down some benches here. Otherwise they will go to sit down over there, which is like too far. And as usual, I'm in financial troubles at the beginning. Part of the reason is because I hired way too many doctors. Kidney beans. I don't have an operating theater, and I'm not going to have any in the near future. And handyman. Let him be. No, I don't have money.
Doctor required in GP's office.
I should have now in a bit.
Doctor required an inflator room.
Gonna make him. I'm gonna increase his priority for fixing machinery.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
Okay, that's not good. What happened here? There's no doctor. There's an emergency. Whenever there is an emergency, keep a close eye on the emergency. Otherwise, don't rely on the game to do the right thing.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
And I guess I should build a training room. I already have some consultants, so it's not vital at the moment. The thing is, I don't have money. But now I do, so I am going to build it. Yeah, this one is not particularly big, but it will do, I think. But for now, I cannot really place any doctor there. At least I don't think so. I need to be a little bit careful with my money.
Nurse required. Doctor required in general diagnosis.
This surgeon here is not a consultant, And this guy is not a consultant. This one I'm gonna put him here, and I'm gonna get this consultant researcher to train him. Should I do that? I'm not sure. I need the researcher to be researching things, obviously. But this surgeon here, yeah, I'm gonna put this this consultant here to train that other guy. And there was another surgeon somewhere here. Yeah, well, let him treat
Doctor
this
required
patient.
an
And then,
inflator room.
okay, now.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
So for now, I'm going to be
Doctor
working
required
only
in
with
GP's
this
office.
consultant here. Not a perfect situation to be in, but we did that in the last level, I think. It just needs
Doctor required
attention.
in GP's office.
And I don't think we've seen this before. I mean, we've seen slack tongue, but not the description. Cause chronic over discussion of soap operas. Symptoms: tongue swells to 5 times its original length. Cure: the tongue is placed in the slicer machine and removed quickly, efficiently, and painfully. Yeah, it looks kind of painful. Suppose you remember it from previous levels. Gallstones. That's I don't think we've seen that disease before. This one requires an operating theater. Unfortunately, cause exposure to poison gas inside golf balls. Symptoms: delirium and advanced shame. Cure: these must be removed by an operation requiring 2 surgeons. All right. Now you will see that as the levels progress, your efficiency, the drug efficiency, is lower. It starts from a lower price. Now it starts from
Doctor
80,
required in
82.
GP's office.
That's a bit low. So that's why you need to focus on drug research early on. What is he doing there? He should be here. GP's office. Way too many of my staff require a raise. My problem is not so much the raise, my problem is that finally they leave you for good, so that's bad. I've been a little bit unlucky here. I have got a lot of patients with illnesses that I cannot cure at the moment. So I have to send them home. The problem is that I'm not earning any money by doing this.
Doctor
End of year 1. What's that? Your hospital to achieve a decent value. You have made poor money management decisions. Remember, a good hospital is also an expensive hospital. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Another one, the machinery thing. Yeah, that was not a very good first year.
Doctor, attending.
Part of the reason is that I have placed the doctors in the training room, and also the fact that I've been getting a lot of patients with illnesses that I cannot cure just yet.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please. Doctor required in GP's office.
If it goes on like this, maybe I should actually change the priorities of my researcher here
Doctor
and make
required
him
in
focus
GP's
on
office.
cure equipment, because otherwise,
Doctor
if I
required in
keep
general
sending people
diagnosis.
home, I will not make money, so I will fail. Mr. Golders, who is a surgeon. So, okay, I'm gonna hire this guy here so that he becomes a surgeon, a psychiatrist, which he already is. And uh-oh, earthquake. Let's see. At the moment, I think I only have the inflator. That is not very strength 8 times used is times used 1 once, so no problems. It's not gonna get destroyed or anything. So finally, I didn't manage to hire that doctor. Okay. The thing is that I haven't got a loan yet. Perhaps I should do that. But I'm sort of trying to avoid having to do it. Perhaps I should, in order to speed things up. We'll see how it goes. I see that there's no progress. Or if I get way too close to losing, because I already have minus $4,000, now minus 8,000. One of my doctors has become a consultant. That's always a very good thing, because for now I only had one doctor working. Okay, so this guy is out, and this guy becomes the new teacher here, because he has all 3 qualifications: researcher, surgeon, and psychiatrist. Kidney beans, I cannot handle this, unfortunately. You need to be careful when accepting emergencies. Make sure you can actually cure it, and I mean make sure that you have the equipment necessary. Otherwise, the game will, in the message it warns you, okay, there is a contagion in your hospital, this is it. First of all, let's see this. Infectious laughter, cause classic situation comedy, symptoms helpless chortling and repetition of unfunny catchphrases. Unfunny. Cure a qualified psychiatrist must remind the patient how serious this condition is. Okay, and now let's check this. Your doctors have discovered a contagious strain of infectious laughter. If you declare an epidemic, you pay a fine of $3,000. Take a reputation hit, and all your patients will be vaccinated automatically. However, if you attempt a cover-up, you have a limited time to cure all infected patients before the health authorities find out. If a health inspector does visit and finds an epidemic cover-up still in progress, he can take drastic actions against you. So you have the option to actually declare an epidemic, pay the fine, get a reputation hit, and that's fine. But I'm going to try to attempt to cure all infected patients in the allotted time and before anyone leaves my hospital. The reason is because I only have, you see, it says you pay a fine of $3,000. This is because I have only one patient. If I had 2 patients with infectious laughter, that would be $6,000, and so on. So the number here gives you an idea about how many patients you have. Okay, and let's see where he is or she is. And another earthquake. There is no patient with infectious laughter.
Doctor required in GP's
Unless
office.
no, it's not
Doctor,
her.
attending psychiatry,
Ah,
please.
here.
Doctor required in
Okay, so
room. Doctor required
as
in
you can see
influenza
here,
room.
I have an option that says epidemic time left to cover up epidemic. When this time expires or a contagious patient leaves your hospital, there is a typo there, a health inspector will visit. The button toggles the vaccinate mode on or off. Click on a patient to get them vaccinated by a nurse. Now, what this means, I've clicked on her or him, I don't know what it is. It means that, okay, a nurse is going to go there to vaccinate him. In fact, there she is, she's on her way. That doesn't mean that he's cured. Even if the inspector comes now and finds him here, even like this, with the X there, it doesn't mean that he's cured. It just means that he cannot contagiate others. Okay, this is about to explode. The handyman should check it out. So the only way to avoid getting caught is by actually curing the illness, as I did just now. And in fact, since I cured everyone, well, he was the only one with the infectious laughter, the time limit automatically ends and the inspector, who looks exactly like the VIPs but moves faster than them, comes, goes to the receptionist, and will give me his report, so to speak. He will tell me what he found, and you will see here that he says the health inspector has heard rumors that your institution was dealing with a bad case of infectious laughter. However, he has not managed to find evidence to corroborate these rumors. The government have decided to award you $5,784 compensation for the damage that these lies have done your hospital's good name. So, in this case, it was actually a good thing. 12 people with gut rot. No, that's just too many. I'm not willing to handle that situation. Here we have a new case, a new illness that appears for the first time in this level. It's baldness, which can actually lead to death. This kind of baldness. This is a bit strange. But well. So in this case, the epidemic was actually a good thing for me. Of course, there are times when in later level, well, we'll see it in later levels. I don't want to spoil it for you. You'll see what it is. Okay, baldness, cause telling lies and making up stories to be popular. Yeah, well, I suppose that everyone would be bald in the real world. Symptoms, shiny headedness and embarrassment. Yeah, okay. The curious hair is seamlessly melded onto the patient's head using this painful machine. We'll see the cure when I build the machine. For now, I haven't even invented the machine. Invisibility, yes. So now I have two doctors working as opposed to the one I had before. Too many people with illnesses that I cannot cure. Another epidemic here, uncommon cold. Again, just one patient. I know this because I will only pay a fine of 3,000. I can handle the situation. There she is. I'm gonna get a nurse to vaccinate her so that she doesn't contagiate any new patient that might come to my hospital. Gallstones, no, I cannot.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please. Doctor required in GP's office.
These compensations that I'm getting from the Ministry of Health, they're actually important now. I cannot handle spare ribs, sorry. And wow, 8,534 compensation, not bad. King Bernard of the Netherlands has expressed wish to visit. So let's see how drug research is going. Invisibility is still not 100%. Let's see if there's a doctor I can hire. Yeah, well, this one. And perhaps this one. And a handyman. And let's see if there's any good nurse here. Wow, this one is perfect. And maybe another one. No. So another epidemic, heaped piles. So for instance here, I don't think my hospital is that dirty. It just appears just cause. There's no way to totally avoid these things. Now in this case it seems to be like a good thing for me, but later on it can make your life hell. 1491 this time. Okay, so drug research is finished. So the next thing is cure equipment, so that I can deal with the fractured bones thing and other stuff. Cost remover. I think there was a bug there. An epidemic was about to appear. As soon as I tried to click on it, it just disappeared. So I sort of avoided it. The cost remover. I don't know if I have space. Yeah, I'm gonna build it down here. Remember also that not all illnesses, not all patients can get a contagious, the epidemic thing. For example, patients with fractured bones will never get epidemics. It mostly hits people that need to go to the pharmacy in order to get cured, those kinds of illnesses. But not only those. So generally, imagine this. Imagine that you have a patient that has the epidemic and he's or she's here, and the curing machine is all the way over here. As soon as the patient leaves the hospital in order to go there, then they think that he's leaving, or that he or she is leaving the hospital, which means that the inspector will come. And then you're screwed, because if that happens, generally you're not prepared yet. You haven't handled the situation yet, and you are going to pay a fine. For this reason, it's better if you place rooms that are not related in any kind of way to the epidemics in distant areas. Like, for example, the fracture clinic is here because no patient with fractured bone is ever going to get an epidemic. So even if they leave the hospital temporarily to go there, to walk that distance, I will never have problems with that. I'm not sure if I make myself clear. I hope so. And another example is a slicer. You will never get an epidemic to hit patients with slack tongue. So it's better if you place these kind of rooms in distant plot areas, where you don't care whether the patient is ever going to leave the room.
Doctor required an inflator room. Epidemic alert, stand by.
And another epidemic. Nope. Must have been a bug of the PA system, as usual. A computer. I'm gonna add it here.
Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Doctor required an inflator room. Doctor.
And another good nurse. And I think I had one that was not perfect. I'm gonna fire her. This one, yes. Thank you for your help, but it's time to part ways. King Complex, 7 people. I think I can handle it. It's a little bit risky, but I think it's worth it. Problem is that he got tired. So you see, he's wasting time by going... I don't think I have any... Do I have anyone working here teaching them? I think the game got bugged. And this guy... Okay, let's concentrate. Okay, I had 2 deaths, that was bad. And it looks like they're going all around in order to reach this area. That's also bad. I made a mistake with this bench here. Should be fine now, yes. So, I had 2 deaths. That was bad. That was really bad. The problem was that the psychiatrist left the room at the wrong moment. And then, as you can see, when they are playing pool, they are not getting rested. So it takes longer. Sometimes I really wonder if it's worth it to have pool tables and video games in your staff room. And all the cure equipment have been discovered, have been invented or whatever it is in the case. So I'm gonna build a hair restorer. Ideally, this is another room that should be constructed in a distant area. In fact, I'm gonna buy this plot area here, all the way to the east, the southeast, and I'm gonna build. No, I cannot build it at the moment. I need a little bit more money. Now I can build it. $4,500 dollars, and you will see how ridiculous the patient looks after he has been cured. I say he because it's only guys who can get this. Patients suffering from the extreme condition of baldness will be directed towards the hair restorer machine in this clinic. A doctor will operate the machine and it will rapidly seed the patient's head with fresh hair. Yeah, the hair looks ridiculous. You will see it soon. I think I'd rather be bald than have that Ace Ventura-like hair that they make them have. Consultant here. I generally don't skip consultants. I mean, I always hire them when I have the chance, even if they have no specialty, meaning that they are not surgeons or anything like that. I still prefer to just go ahead and hire them. You never know when you're going to have another chance. Okay, the diagnosis equipment have all been researched, and I have an emergency with patients suffering from fractured bones. There's a chance I will not make it again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, he did matter. If he manages to enter, even if time runs out, he's not gonna die. In fact, there are times when they enter, but the time limit finishes, and it says here 6 people. For example, 6 people out of 7, even though you actually finally cured them all. But in this case, I made it on time, so all is well. Okay, this one is leaving. Goodbye. Thank you for your help. I will not miss you. Okay.
Doctor required in general diagnosis.
But of course, I need to replace him
Incoming patients with the King
with this
syndrome.
one.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please. Doctor required in general diagnosis. Doctor required in
A
general
little mouse here.
diagnosis.
I think I'm gonna
Doctor
build
required in GP's
a
office.
ward now, and then an operating theater. Let's see if both of them. Yeah, I think both of them will fit here. So. It feels like, okay, I know that probably the plan of the hospital is not the best. The blueprint or whatever it's called. Yeah, only 3 beds. Let's see if, yeah, okay, 4 beds. That's good. A nurse? No. Yeah, I'm gonna get him. And once again, I'm without a teacher here. I'm not sure if it's because he's resting. Yeah, he's resting. Okay, fine. And another handyman leaving me. I don't know what's wrong with the handyman. They're whiners in this particular level. Well, they're generally whiners, but in this particular level they really complain. Okay, the operating theater here.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
97%, that's good. That's enough. Take a chance.
Doctor, attending psychiatry, please.
And perhaps I should build something here if something fits here. Let's see.
Doctor required in GP's office.
No, not the scanner, no way. But the cardio, perhaps. First, let me deal with this. Okay, another handyman gone. I really don't know what's wrong, and they all leave. But well, handymen are generally replaceable. Okay, and an earthquake, and here I need to be careful. This inflator is not in very good shape. 6 strength, times used twice. So I'm gonna replace it altogether. I also have some equipment here. Slicer, I'm gonna repair it. I'm gonna replace it just to be sure. The costs remover, strength 10, times used twice. I think it will survive the earthquake. So yeah, it was a small earthquake. So now, if they allow me to, I'm gonna build the cardio here. The usual mistake, I don't know how many times I'm gonna make the same mistake.
Doctor, attend immediately in cardio, please.
The mistake with the door.
2 surgeons required in operating theatre. Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. 2 surgeons required in operating theatre.
Okay, another
Doctor
earthquake.
required in GP's office.
That was
Warning, earthquake
very
imminent.
soon. But I think I'll be fine. I don't think any of my machines
Earthquake warning.
is in danger.
Maintenance required in
Wow.
Restorer.
That was
Handyman to
strong.
repair sir.
I was quite strong actually. I was, you might say, slightly lucky here. I'm gonna build a scanner. Unfortunately, I have to build it all the way over here. That's not perfect. Oh, and I have the... Okay, that was lucky. I have this air restorer here. 3 people with boldness. Yes, I can handle that. Scanner. And now I don't have the money. But I have the money for an X-ray, which is also quite good.
Doctor needed in hair restoration. Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Nurse required in pharmacy. Doctor, attend immediately in cardio, please.
It's always good news. The thing is that I don't have any doctor there. That's bad. You come here. It's an emergency. And there is a mess over here. A lot of patients waiting for the GP's office. I need to build another GP's office. I think it will fit here. Or is that too optimistic? I don't have money. Okay, I have to wait a little bit. So you see, look at this hair. This is totally ridiculous. I wouldn't want to go out like that. Look at this. I would genuinely prefer to be bald than have that hair. Of course, it's supposed to be a disease.
Nurse required in ward.
And I really need to build another GP's office. When you see that you have a queue in the reception, you need to build another GP's office. But like urgently. Because then you have people waiting there, not getting treated, which means less money for you, of course. Perhaps I should get a loan now, but since I didn't get a loan thus far, I think that I'm just gonna wait. November, queue size 9, that's becoming too much actually. I'm seriously considering a loan at the moment. We'll see. Slackton, 9 people, a bit risky, but I will try it. And another handyman leaving me.
Staff announcement. Incoming patients with slack tongue. Doctor required in inflator room. Doctor needed in hair restoration. Doctor, attend immediately in cardio, please. Doctor required in general diagnosis.
This emergency will help me get some money.
Doctor
I like
required in
slack tongues
GP's
because
office.
they get cured fast. Okay, so now I have some money. I'm gonna wait till the end of the year because it will stop me. Yeah, richest. Well, it's not like the others are doing much better than me. Cure count 232, death count 3. Okay, okay. So now I can build the GP's office. Let's see if I can build it here. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. So this space goes to waste. Essentially, that was not a good thing. But well, it is true that my blueprints, the placement of my rooms is not ideal. And I'm talking about the placement not within the room itself, but rather the room itself, the location of the room. So this new GP's office is going to solve this problem here. I'm also gonna get a handyman because I had some of them leave me. In fact, perhaps I could use 2 more GP's offices. We'll see.
Doctor needed in Slack Tongue Clinic.
And another handyman leaving. I don't know what's wrong with them. Perhaps because they have to do a lot of things here. Okay, reception, queue size 0, which means that I don't really need another GP's office. Not yet, at least. And now that my hospital is actually dirty, no epidemic. So I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's just random.
Doctor required in X-ray. Doctor required in GP's office.
I was checking to see if there was a teacher here. You need to be careful with those things, sometimes the game bugs and
Nurse required in pharmacy. Doctor attending
sometimes they are teaching
Doctor required in
and they go to the staff room to get to rest, and then instead of returning to the training room they just go about their business, and there's no one teaching the rookies. And of course this thing also happens a lot of times. Doctors getting stuck into the room, getting tired in the process, and then complaining.
Nurse required in pharmacy. Nurse required in ward.
Okay, something is wrong with the handyman. I don't know what it is,
Nurse required in
but
pharmacy.
it's
Doctor required in influenza
they
room.
just cannot get satisfied.
Doctor needed in Slack Tongue Clinic. 2 surgeons required in operating. Doctor needed in hair restoration. Doctor required in inflator room.
Gonna place some plants
Apologise for the amount of litter.
to make everyone feel a little
Nurse
bit
required
better.
in fracture clinic, please. Warning, earthquake reported.
Okay,
Nurse
earthquake, I
required in
think.
Pharmacy.
Okay, I will need to replace quite a few things now. The inflator, the hair restorer, X-ray is okay. The operating table is okay. The cardio is okay. And then we have the cost remover here, 7. This one, I'm gonna send the handyman just in case. I'm a little bit. If it is a very powerful, I'm gonna replace the cost remover just in case. Don't want to risk it.
Handyman to repair X-ray, please. Doctor, attending
Okay.
psychiatry, please.
It was a powerful earthquake, but not the most powerful. So that's fine. Let's see, 13 people with the squids. Okay, I'm gonna handle it, but I'm gonna build another pharmacy down here. Otherwise, I'm not gonna make it. There's no way I'm gonna cure 13 people with just one pharmacy. So here.
restoration.
And perhaps a nurse? No. A handyman? Okay.
Staff announcement. Patients with the squibs are on the way. Doctor required in GP's office. Doctor,
Nurse
attend
should
immediately
rest
in
because
cardio, please.
she's gonna have
Nurse
some work
required in
soon.
pharmacy. Doctor required in inflator room. Nurse required
Enough.
in pharmacy. Nurse required in ward. Doctor required in GP's office.
And let's see the other pharmacy here. Okay. So let's see. King Bernard again. Okay. He loved it the first time apparently.
Doctor needed in Slack Tom Clinic. Doctor required in GP's office.
that's
Doctor
all.
needed in hair restoration.
All the patients got cured, all the emergency patients, that is. 13 out of
The
13.
OP is
Great.
currently visiting.
So what do I need to finish this level? The hospital value. Ah yes, I haven't built the scanner yet.
Please.
I'm gonna do it here.
Nurse required in
Another GP's
ward.
office scanner.
Nurse required in pharmacy. Doctor needed in hair restoration. Doctor required in GP's office. Doctor required in GP's office. Doctor needed in hair restoration. Doctor, attend in psychiatry, please. Nurse required in
Doctor.
pharmacy.
Kind of like these announcements. They tend to get a little bit repetitive, but well. Gallstones. This requires an operating theatre. Okay, 2 people should be easy to handle, even gallstones.
Incoming patients with gallstones. Nurse required in pharmacy.
A consultant here.
Surgeons required in
I lost him.
theatre. 2 surgeons required in
he's here.
operating theatre. Doctor needed in hair
Where is... I need
restoration.
a surgeon to... Okay, you, come here. And another consultant. Sure, why not?
Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Doctor required in inflator room. Doctor needed in hair restoration.
So the emergency was handled easily and another year has passed. Yeah. The machinery thing. Okay, as usual. Minus 24 reputation. That's not a big deal.
Doctor required in GP's office.
So now the hospital value is fine. I only need the bank balance. It must reach $150,000.
Nurse required in ward. Nurse required in pharmacy. Nurse required in ward. Doctor required
That
in
shouldn't take too
inflator
long
room.
to happen,
Doctor needed in slack Tom
even if I don't do
clinic.
anything from
Nurse
now on.
required in pharmacy. Doctor needed
So this
in
level
slack
was
Tom
not
clinic.
very difficult
Doctor required
either.
in GP's office.
It
Doctor,
essentially wanted to
attend in
introduce
psychiatry, please.
the
2
epidemics,
surgeons required in operating theatre. Nurse required in pharmacy.
and it had some stronger earthquakes. What a storming hospital. When I'm next seriously ill, take me there. Sure. As long as you have the money to pay, of course. So yeah, now nothing is happening. It's a little bit boring at the moment. I have a queue in the receptionist. No, nah, at the moment I don't. Sometimes it seems that I do. I could, in theory, build one more GP's office. I don't really need it, I think, so let's see how it goes. My reputation is also quite high at the moment. I wish I had more patience though. Scanner has never been used. Oh no, visitor count is 3. Okay. Yeah, of course. Times use 3. So my hospital at the moment seems slightly empty. I don't know why. I'm gonna build toilets just for the sake of it. That's horrible. It's still horrible, but less horrible than before. I don't like toilets. I think they are a little bit useless. But okay. Uh, 11 people with TV personalities. That's a bit too much, but I'm gonna risk it. That's probably way too much. And also I'm gonna change the queue here so that I give priority to look at this.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult to select the one you really want to select. The only thing is that I don't have a doctor at the moment working in there. Psychiatrist, please. Anywhere? No. Okay, so where are my psychiatrists? This one is not a consultant, I don't want to use him. Consultant surgeon, go to rest. This one, okay. And an earthquake, the first phase of it. Let me check my equipment. Okay. Hopefully it's not gonna be a huge earthquake. Whoa, it was a little bit big. Okay, that's bad. Look at this. This woman here is for the emergency. She has sat down all the way over there. I'm not gonna make it to save all of them. But okay, at least I tried. So they all became angels. Rest in peace. Perhaps I should have said no, but it's okay. I cured some of them.
Doctor required in inflator room. Doctor required in GP's office. Doctor needed
My reputation has dropped a lot. I think it has to do with the deaths I just had.
Two surgeons required in operating theatre. Two surgeons required in operating theatre.
But anyway, I only need $45,000 to complete this level.
Doctor required in X-ray. Doctor required in GP's office. Nurse required in pharmacy. Nurse required in pharmacy. Doctor, attend immediately in cardio, please. Doctor required in inflator room. Nurse required in ward. Doctor, attend in psychiatry, please. Nurse required in pharmacy. Nurse required in ward.
So finally, another problem with this level was that I just didn't have enough doctors, I think. I hired so many, but I still feel like, I don't know. Anyway, end of this year, some bonuses there that will help me. Hopefully I will finish this level before the end of this year. 122,000, 5,000, getting there. Or for instance, this pharmacy has no nurse at the moment. I think it also has to do with the fact that they just take too long to rest here. In the next level, I'm going to try to do it without. I'm going to build a staff room just with sofas and see if that works. If not, okay. But I'm going to try it. $135,000. Not a lot left.
Doctor required in inflator room. Doctor needed in hair restoration. Nurse required in pharmacy. Doctor required in X-ray. Doctor required in inflator room. Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Doctor required in X-ray. Nurse required in pharmacy. Doctor required in general diagnosis. Nurse required in pharmacy. Nurse required in ward.
150,000. Okay. So now, just waiting the end of this month or perhaps next month. We'll see. Probably next month.
Doctor, attend in the scanner room, please. Doctor needed in hair restoration. Doctor needed
Definitely
in
next month. In fact, maybe I'll have to wait till June now,
Doctor required
or rather
in
till
GP's office.
July.
Doctor required in GP's office. Nurse required in pharmacy.
Boldness, yes, okay. This doctor here is way too tired. I'm gonna... No, he will go by himself. But, okay, I'm gonna move him by myself. Look at this, wasting time in the video games. Yeah, well, wasting time. Okay, that's the end of this level. Marvelous, you have handled the running of this hospital superbly. As bigwigs, well, this message has appeared before. If you'd be interested in taking on a larger project, salary would be 159,832. Give it some thought. There's no reason to give it any thought at all. I am interested in a job at Greenpool Hospital, so yes. So this is the end. This was the end of level 6. Moving on to level 7. I'm gonna do another video for that, of course, and I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels left. But really, starting from now, they should get a little bit more difficult and should need a little bit more time to finish. So it will be more challenging. So that's a good thing, I guess. So see you soon.